Hello, pleasure. Welcome back to another Poem Mass video. So we have the Lear rerun out, either now or I don't know. It depends on when I can post this. But, anyways, Lear and his two loyal friends now. Oh, I guess. Rachel and Sawyer also on the banner. So it's like a 3-unit featured banner. Although I'm not 100% sure what the rates are going to be for the force. But regardless, it's not super important because Lear's the. Actually, I don't know. Do people care more about Rachel Sawyer or do they care more about Lear? I mean, Lear is clearly the much better unit, but, you know, 5-star rates versus 4-star rates. Although 4-star rates are not, like, great either for specific 4-stars. But anyways, whatever. Let's first talk about Lear. We'll talk about the other two later, right? So, Lear. Fantastic unit for multiple reasons. I mean, it's a 1 million plus damage dealer, right? Which is really good. That's a lot of damage. But outside of that, he also is a snatch unit, which is especially helpful against certain legendary gauntlet opponents like Cresselia or Latios, right? Could be very nice there. Outside of that is a sync move countdown, right? Shredder. You come in with Head Start 2, and then you have your training move that could give, like, you know, -1 more. So that's one whole turn shredded off, right? On top of that, you also have Propulsion 1 and Adrenaline 2 as well, right? So incredible sync move countdown shredder, right? One of the better ones in the game. And yeah, monster nuke, right? This guy is incredible, super powerful. Can't say enough good things about him, right? Very good unit. Very good unit. Still very good, even 1 year plus later, right? Because he came out last year, right before the 2nd anniversary, and it turned out that the unit that they ran for the run-up to the 2nd anniversary was better than all the 2nd anniversary units, which is slightly funny, but yeah, he was very. I mean, I guess you could, you know, this year we got like SS Steven too, but they do this sometimes, but it's not as like obvious like as Steven versus like any of these anniversary units versus like Lear and like Annie Lily and whatever last year. Annie Steven, Lear was clearly better. N was the other one, right? Annie N. So anyways, yeah, good unit, man. Fantastic damage dealer, right? The sync move countdown shredding, the stat snatching stuff. And if you are going to pull for him, right, in terms of how many copies you're trying to go for, whether it's candy or pulling, right, 1 out of 5, you generally do have enough in terms of all your stuff. 2 out of 5, you get a MP refresh for snatch, which is nice in Gauntlet maybe, right? Although most of them you don't really need that 3rd one. 2 is generally enough, but you know, just in case you misfire one or whatever, it's. Or if you're going for like the nuke, because your nuke does require the opponent to have none of their stats raised, so there's that. And then 3 out of 5 is where you get all your sync stuff. You get 4 sync move power up nodes. You get Furious Brawn, which is a really nice DPS multiplier. X attack ramp up, which is fantastic as well. So you could, you know, max out your special attack in 2 X special attacks, right? So you don't need any outside support help. Rising Tide is your big sync nuke multiplier, right? The more stats you have raised, the more powers up your sync. And yeah, that's where you get your sync stuff. So yeah, it's basically either 1 out of 5 or 3 out of 5 unit, I'd say, right? And is he worth pulling at this conjuncture as one of the, you know, top, you know, damage dealers in the game, as one of the top sync move countdown shredders, one of the top, you know, units in general, right? I would say not really. As good as he is, which is crazy, right? Because he would arguably be, you know, one of the like, top 3 units when he first came out, right? And now it's like, pulling for Lear, right? And it's no fault of his own. It's just that if you are looking for like a psychic type damage dealer that also has a monster nuke, I would say there are other units that probably would let me choose my words right here, that provide a bit more value, maybe, right? You know, for example, just over here, right? Anime or SS Steven. I do feel both of these, as powerful as Lear is, and Lear is a monster, right? As powerful as Lear is, I do feel like Anime and SS Steven are probably a bit more worth bang for your buck, right? If you are going for a psychic, you know, nuke slash DPS, because Steven is just better, right? And Anime, you are trading off the snatch thing for psychic terrain and special attack debuffs, which I think is a better trade-off, right? Especially like the teams that and Anime also has sync with countdown as well, not as, you know, as direct or crazy as Lear's, but still. I just feel like Anime is just overall, you have more incredibly powerful teams that you could run Anime with, right? I mean, again, Anime and SS Brendan is just that's disgusting stuff, right? Or even with Abid, right? Very, very powerful, Lucian, whatever. I just feel like that's overall probably a better way, right? Yeah, so as good as Lear is, right? First of all, like, even outside of Lear, or even outside of like this archetype sort of unit, not that I feel like maybe Anime, but like I don't know, Steven Anime, they have similarities, but they're not like that similar. But even like outside of units that might do similar things, just again the other units that are up right now, right? Whether it's Ash, Red, or Cynthia, or Maxie and Archie. Although I do feel like Lear's might be better than Maxie and Archie. I don't know. It's a tough call. Lear's, you know, better damage dealer, but Maxie and Archie, I really like their weather extension, man. I really like their weather. But regardless, even if you don't think they're better, they are Master Fairs, and Master Fairs, again, just don't rerun as often as something like a Pokefair, right? Like Lear. So yeah, as powerful as Lear is. And look, if you do pull for Lear, that's not an L. Like, congratulations, you pull for, you know, a fantastic unit. So if you really want Lear, that's definitely not a bad unit to pull for. Definitely not a bad decision to pull for. It's just that, again, with the units up right now, I feel like it's probably not the best decision. Plus, if you are trying to go for like a psychic tech damage dealer slash nuker, I feel like the other two might be a bit more valuable at the moment. I should probably do one of those videos where I just like maybe give a suggestion for like a damage dealer of each type. If you guys, you know, are interested in that, could maybe do one. I don't know. It's just, again, just my personal taste, right, for these units. Anyways, that aside, let's get into the other two. So Rachel and Sawyer. Let's first talk about Sawyer, I guess. Sawyer, I feel like, lost a lot of value with units that have come out that kind of do what Sawyer do, but like a bit better, right? Because like if you look at Sawyer, and it's, you know, not saying that he's like now bad or whatever, he's still good. You have you have crit buffs straight up, and you have attack and special attack buffs, right? And then you got like +1 defense, special defense here as well. It is only +2, which is not a lot, but I mean, it still buffs you both, and you have a chance to max crit there if you do get the MP refresh. And then on top of that, you also have move gauge acceleration, which is really nice. But yeah, you also have like defense buff passively. It's not like the greatest way of buffing them, but I mean, still, I guess, right? The MP refresh on your training move is not the greatest, so if you really want to get like +6 attack, special attack from this, well, max crit, it is going to require quite a bit of RNG. So there's that. But you also have like a lot of other great things, right, in terms of like healthy healing. Aggravation on Dark Pulse is nice, right? Let's see. I mean, stuff like Sync Cure, Sync Burst, Synchro Healing. These could have been really nice if he got a 6 REX, which he doesn't. right? Which is why, like, as good as Sawyer is, I do feel like Giovanni, that classic Giovanni that just came out, which is free, right? I feel like Giovanni is just better. In almost all, I guess, gauges wise, Sawyer might be a bit better. I don't know, but yeah, that Giovanni just basically buffs most of what Sawyer buffs offensively, right? And just does it more efficiently. And so as good as Sawyer was, I do feel like Giovanni's a bit better. Rachel I do feel like raised a bit in stock value in comparison, which is, you know, ironic since Sawyer was always like the better one of the two, and then Rachel's like not as good. But now with like Legendary Gauntlet, right, she's a really, you know, nice tank that you could throw on the team. And in Legendary Arenas, tanks are a bit more useful, right? So yeah, she's a pretty solid tank. You debuff special attack against something like a Latios, you know, fight that would be really nice. You got the heals here, right? Again, it's only like a one-time heal, so it's like I still feel like it's a bit of like a worse. I don't know if it's worse, but like it's comparable to like Dawn's 1 MP heal, sort of. But you do have like a 1 gauge spam with speed buff, so you're gonna be good for your team's speed, even though your base speed isn't like that great, even at like 5 stars, right? But outside of that, I got the heals again. Mutually assured, I don't find very useful, but yeah, I got your other stuff. First aid, impervious to help you survive a bit. Tank few hits. It kind of sucks. You don't have too many like defense buffing methods like tighten up and toughen up, which are only 20%, so it's not like that great, and like shielded, right? So if there was a way to like buff its like defenses a bit more reliably, I think this unit would have been a bit better. So anyways, yeah, basically in terms of the banner, right, overall probably like 7 out of 10, right, in terms of rating for the banner. Again, Lear's is super good. I just feel like Psychic Tech Nukers, probably there are better options. Again, you could say, oh, well, whatever. He's still very good. Off type. Sure, right? And I agree. I do agree. That is definitely a good counterpoint. But overall, again, there's just still too many other better banners up at the moment, I feel. And if you're saying, oh, well, okay, I'm just going to pull for Rachel and Sawyer. Well, first of all, good luck. Because, like, the 4-star rates shouldn't be, like, that great either. Again, we'll have to wait till the banner comes up, I guess. So, 4-star rates are really good, then... My mic keeps cutting out. That's getting slightly annoying. But, I mean, you only really need, like, 1 copy, and then you can just, like, candy them. Unless you don't have the 4-star support candy, which we have actually been running pretty low on, unfortunately. So, there's that. But, yeah, I don't feel like... it's super worth pulling on this banner just for Rachel and Sawyer. I mean, it's like not as bad as like pulling for 4 stars in like Genshin, where you have to worry about like actually like pulling the 5-star and screwing your pity over or whatever. But it's not the biggest deal. If you really want to pull for Rachel Sawyer, then sure, go for them. I just don't feel like their value at the moment is very big, especially considering they both don't have support EXs. If they had support EXs, I think, yeah, it would be a bit better, right? Especially Sawyer, I'd say, especially Sawyer. But yeah, again, it's a good unit. So if you do decide to pull them and you get them, congratulations, fantastic unit. The other two are nice consolation prizes, but I don't think like they're the biggest deal in the world, right? So, anyways, that's me with this one. I guess hope you all enjoyed. I'm gonna guys think in the comments down below. Like, enjoy the videos, for our channel for some more Pokemon content. See you guys in the next one then.